Hello, my name is Sean Middleton, and this is for my ESOL class. We're talking about reading strategies, and the reading strategy that I chose is the use of visual aids. And I brought some visual aids with me today to show you. But visual aids are ideal for any grade level. It's ideal, really, for me, in my mind, it's ideal for K through second grade, especially for any ELL student who is entering the classroom, and that's where their level of proficiency is. Entering students are going to, they're limited in their understanding of English, and what they do have in their understanding of English is going to be very pictorial or very graphic for them. So that's where they get their words from, and that's how they relate it to the content areas that we teach. Their words are in chunks of language when presented with one-step commands, and so something that's a visual aid is a very good one-step command for them. So something like this is a flashcard. Flashcards are great, especially for kindergarten. If I'm teaching you the color brown, and it has a visual aid of the color brown, has the word brown, and then I also have a second flashcard that gives you brown objects so that the student can see different brown objects to choose from. And then on the back they can circle the brown objects. So it all revolves around that one command, brown. And then here they can find a brown object in their home and they can draw it on there. So it gives them all kinds of visual aids that way. Flashcards are great because something like this in kindergarten is going to give them the letter P for the P sound, so they can see the P, they hear it, and they can see the piece of pie that starts with the letter P, and now they know how to spell pie because we can spell that to them. And it's all visual aids with flashcards. Even something like a worksheets that give visuals for them to relate to what that they are hearing. So if you have a worksheet where you're working on the letter B, and they can see different items, but they're looking for that letter that's written underneath here, underneath each picture, and so they're getting a visual aid on what starts with B, and they're going to color in what starts with B. So that's a little bit about what visual aids would look like for that grade level. The materials needed for this strategy really are anything visual, any kind of graphic cue that you can come up with the student can relate to. Everyone's seen something brown, but if you don't speak English, you may not say brown, and something like this would give them a visual cue to that word on their new word brown that they've learned. Everything ESL.com says to make lessons visual, to use visual representations of new vocabulary and use graphs, maps, photographs, drawings, and charts to introduce new vocabulary and concepts. Tell a story about information in the textbook using visuals. That gives them a visual even in their mind. Create semantic and story maps, graphic organizers to teach students how to organize information. Venn diagrams are great visual aids and can organize new concepts well. Many students, especially younger ones, they learn well visually. Most of the strategies that we use are visual strategies. Modeling. When you're modeling to the student what to do, it's something visual that they're looking at. A dramatization of the story that you're going through is something visual that they're looking at. Our smart boards and our chalkboards are great tools to use visual aids in our reading and in writing time. So for me, visual aids, I'm a visual learner. I think that an ELL student coming in at that time is going to be perfect for them to see visually what those words mean. They'll get the words quicker. They have something to relate it to. When you work in groups, you can have them working on worksheets together, pairing them up with somebody who maybe they're a buddy with that they trust, and then they can see what they're working with visually. So using visual aids, for me, it can help any student, and so why not do it? Thank you.